Greetings and welcome back to another episode of Pilot Crash. I just love that part. Remember those weird shows like Free French and Jerry and World of Tosh? You know, those really bizarre shows that's also sort of bad that you just slightly remember. What if I told you there were about to be another one? Leold.
This is a strange, really bizarre thing, supposedly based on a comic strip by the same name.
To be honest with you guys, I tried really hard, but I just couldn't find anything about the comic, the creators, anything at all. So, instead of that, let's just take a look at the first scene. Already a weird start. What the fuck? Okay, it's one of those trippy cartoons. Okay, I've seen those.
Did you ever see when a person leaves a dog tied out in front of a store?
This person is Leold, and he wants to tell us everything about dogs and how they wait for their owners.
That dog will wait for days for its master to return.
Jesus Christ, man! Days? I'm really glad I'm a cat person.
We end the sentence with Leold saying he preferred to be a human.
I prefer human.
Now the show starts. We are at the pet exhibit with a lot of jokes about how rigged competitions can be.
That's actually sort of clever.
We now see our main protagonist and his best friend Normie.
Ribbonless again. It's the same thing every year.
They have a talk about who's usually winning these competitions.
It all comes down to hair and teeth.
Hair plugs.
Oh yeah.
This is actually not that far off from reality, so I have to admit, it's clever writing.
We move on to Leold and his friend Normie walking home while talking about how much Normie's pet loves him.
You're just jealous because fish can't love.
So, Leold decides to let it go.
No, hell no, enough with that. That is over 5 years old. Move on.
We then cut to the next day where Leold is not too happy.
No way, she jumped. It was like Free Willy, only higher.
For some strange reason, I just think the creators were high when they thought that this could be an actual show.
While Leold is pitying himself over his lost goldfish, we see a woman eating a donut and Uncle Bradley coming into the store.
Hello, Leold. Frankly, you're in my booth.
Yeah, I know it's the same guy from the beginning with the dog, and yes, it is stupid he has his own private booth. But really, the worst part is his advice.
Leold put his fish in the reservoir to prove to Normie how much she loved him, and she ran away.
Oh.
That was stupid.
You see? What a great guy. He's even been married 6 times.
7.
We then see Leold and Normie walking down the street. And before we continue, what's with the names Leold, Normie, Beaver, which is the girl? It sounds like somebody had to think really hard for 2 seconds.
Leold, Normie, fuck, Beaver, Bradley, Dick, ass, fuck or not.
You win!
Awesome! What do I win?
The right to make a shitty cartoon nobody wants to see.
Aww.
We then continue down the road as Leold talks about more stuff.
But really, now Normie is in the spotlight.
You better start a hobby.
Yeah. Maybe I'll paint very tiny figurines of the combatants of the Zulu War of 18...
Tell me after seeing this shit that you give a damn about Leold's speech. I know I was too occupied seeing a grown man flexing in front of a child.
And now, we have a really weird segue.
I'll paint lots of little things I can barely see.
See what I mean? It talks about the little things in life, then we see the stars, and then BAM! Middle of the road later that day.
This hasn't been a good day.
No shit. I'm stuck here watching fucking Leold.
I lost the pet show. I lost my pet.
Oh, right. You're talking about your day. Seriously, this is like an unfunny Charlie Brown, just even unfunnier. Even more unfunny? Oh, who cares? Half the young people today can't even speak without a phone.
We then cut to the very next day where Leold is at the water reservoir with the funniest sign ever.
Do not drink. Come on, that's funny.
But he's not here to drink the town's water. He's here to be depressed.
Lucy, is that you?
My god, this is like Free Willy 2. Just even higher. I mean, the orca do return in that one, right? I've actually never seen it, so I don't know.
Normie, meet Lucy, the world's first homing goldfish.
Okay, good for you. This is just like Free Willy Free, just even higher. Okay. I stop now.
We then cut to the next scene where Normie is reading...
Schuin's Monthly? Schuin Monthly? Some weird shit, okay?
While Uncle Bradley is asking why the hell there's a fish trunk up front.
Beaver had him drop 200 goldfish in the reservoir last night.
Just like... Oh, right. Sorry, but anyway, who has the power and authority to dump fish in the town's water reservoir? I mean, isn't that like completely legal or something?
You know, even if Leold finds a fish, there's no guarantee he'll find love.
No, because that would probably be illegal as well.
This largemouth bass.
We end the scene with the classic statement, love is blind, and the same dog from the beginning standing in front of the very same barn.
Probably waiting for days on his owner. Oh, and the last scene is just Leold telling about how to keep true love.
If you truly love something, you should never set it free. You should imprison it in a bowl and never let it know there's a world outside of you.
That's about it. If you truly love somebody, then lock them up in the basement and never ever tell them about the outside world.
To be honest, the main problem with this pilot, apart from the horrific art style, is that the humor is mixed. Some of it feels too childish to mature audiences, and some is way too grown up to entertain children. Sadly enough, I couldn't find any leads on the comic strip, nor which channel it was supposed to air on, but in all seriousness, I don't think it would belong on Nickelodeon or Cartoon Network. Fox Kids, maybe, I mean they had the majority of weird shows. And some good ones I might add. But I don't think this would do well on MTV or Adult Swim either. The overall story is just too thin. I mean, Lost Pit, that's not an entire episode. It really needs some more meat to structure out the whole episode. True, it was only 5 minutes long, but I don't see this show fare that well if it didn't get some more content. It just makes the whole pacing seem slow and boring. The focus point is all weird, you focus on one thing but the story tells you a third thing. It's hard to keep track and focus on anything. Granted, this could be sorted out in the main production, and if it did, we could have had a fairly decent sort of trippy cartoon that focuses on problems we ourselves really doesn't look too much into. We just accept them as it is. I mean, come on, when was the last time you thought that maybe this talent show was rigged? Or when was the last time we thought, I wonder if this water is as clean as they say? What I'm trying to say is that the idea was there, but the execution lacked a bit too much to make it into an actual show.
Which is sort of a shame because a lot of the humor were geared towards adults. Maybe this has even been a, Sunday comic strip in a local newspaper. But who knows? I sure don't. I'm the Angrynator, terminating bad movies for your entertainment.